Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Yoichi Tevi. I'm from Happy Science Media Division. Today I'm very excited to announce a new movie, Before the Sunset, which will be released worldwide from September 29th this fall 2023. The original story is written by Master Ryuho Okawa, who is also an executive producer of this film. So first, let's watch the trailer now.
仕事の成功の後に待ち受けた孤独な晩年。
Terasawaさん、大丈夫ですか？
そんなある日、
もう一度20歳に帰りたい。
え？新しい人生？
おいおいおいおい！
本気で俳優を目指してみないか？
一度舞台に立ってみろよ。
絶対病みつきになる。
私、山根明日香。寺澤君の夢を応援する。
本当にこれは現実なのか。
20歳に戻って人生やり直したとしても所詮同じ人間、同じ苦しみと後悔を味わうんじゃないか。
今さら父親風吹かすなよ。仕事でまるで無関心だったくせに。
僕はまた同じ過ちを繰り返すかもしれない。ただ生きるだけじゃダメなんだ。無償の愛、それは一体何をどうせよと。
あなたが何考えてるかわからない。
お父さんから一番欲しいものはもらえなかったんだよ。
新たな人生で掴んだ本当に大切なものとは。
今度こそたくさんの人を笑顔に、自分も家族も幸せにするんだ。
20歳に帰りたい。
Okay, thank you. So how was it? I think most of you can feel that this is in a genre of art film. This is a Japanese art film based on faith. This movie is a kind of movie that will make you think deeply about meaning of your life and what is true love for you, which will leave you with some kind of sense of poetic afterglow after you're watching this film. So now, let me share with you the storyline of this movie. Main character in this movie is Kazunori, Terasawa, and Asuka Yamane. So Kazunori was known as the god of management. He established a huge enterprise on his own and earned such respect, much respect from society. But after his retirement, he became all alone and lonely at nursing home. No one visited him anymore, even his family, except for a volunteer college student, Asuka. And she is the only one who can really, Kazunori can really feel comfortable with. So, one day in late autumn, during a walk, Kazunori tells Asuka about his past, that although he achieved very great success in business, he was not blessed with his family life and became all alone at the end. So deeply saddened by his life story, Asuka turned to the setting sun and asks God to grant Kazunori one wish. Kazunori wishes, if only I was 20 years old again. In the moments after he holds this wish in his heart, Kazunori finds himself on the campus of a university, which he has no idea about, as 20 years old young man. He also finds Asuka there, but of course she cannot recognize old Kazunori. Is this a dream or reality? Puzzled with this situation, Kazunori managed to begin his second life as a university student. He also starts participating in acting where Asuka's father, Shintaro, runs and manages. Shintaro loved atmosphere and the deep insight of Kazunori at such a young age. Of course, in reality, he is 80 years old man in his mind, in his soul, in his heart. And years go by, and he walking up the ladder of success in acting, he was able to live a good life. But there was one condition given from God, that in order to continue on with this life that he has been given, he must live a life of unconditional love. Otherwise, he will wake up from his dream. So will Kazunori be able to live a second life, giving from God, this time with no regret? So the interesting point of this movie is that although Kazunori flashes back 20 years, to become 20 years old young man from 80 years old man, he does not go back 60 years in time. In other words, he's still living in this modern day-to-day. So it is like slipping into a parallel world with new body of 20 years self. He meets same Asuka as the one who was visiting him at the nursing home, but in totally different situation. Now they're both 20 years old, and Kazunori is a goalkeeper of a soccer team, and Asuka is a manager of that soccer team. That's how they meet together. So with the mind of 80 years old with full experiences of his life, he lives through a successful career life as an actor. But there was a condition given to him from God, like I told you before, which I cannot really tell you in detail now because it will become too much of a spoiler. But one condition was for him to live with unconditional love. So, what is unconditional love? It is love of giving, love of caring, love of giving without expectation of anything in return. Or it is a higher manifestation of love. It is a pure selfless love. We call it mercy, and it's also compassion. So as the story unfolds, there are moments where young Kazunori reflects on his 80 years old of his life experiences, realizing faults in his life, of course, and he tried not to make the same mistakes he made again in this new life he was giving. And we as audience can experience his realization together, his findings together. And it really reminds us about what is true love and about our life, what it means to love someone with a pure and genuine heart, selfless love, right? What it means to love your family and care for your family. True meaning of what is important in our life. Why love so important in our life? That a life without understanding true meaning of life is really meaningless. And the message of this film is that it is not too late for anyone, even if you're already 80 years old now. It is not too late to take back your life with love. It's never too late. The action in these we took in our past, we cannot change. We cannot get on the time machine and go back and change it. We can't do that. But we can still look back into our past, in our mind, and self-reflect on what we have done wrong. And through there, self-reflect and relive today new as if you're 20 years old young man and woman, spiritually in our mind. We are all living beings of spirits and souls, and we are all eternal. We have eternal lives. So your age in this life today is just a passing stage of our eternal life. So that's why it's never too late to seek and find true love. And we can be born again and restart a new life today again. So for young generations, it will become your future guiding post of life moving forward. So this movie might not have a clear conclusion like you would want to see in a lot of other Hollywood type of movies, because this is an art film. But it will speak to each one of you. It will speak to each one of your heart, and it will speak to each one of your soul. And you'll be able to speak to yourself, within yourself, within your mind. You'll be able to have a conversation with yourself. And at the same time, you will feel this great river of compassion and unconditional love flowing down from higher heavenly world, I guess, higher realm above from Lord God. So let's experience this moment together, which will change your perspective of life forever. So this movie will be available to watch at all temples, and branches of Happy Science around the world. So for more information, please visit the website beforethesunsetmovie.com, beforethesunsetmovie.com, or contact Happy Science branches in your country or location near you. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end, and I hope to see you back again soon. Thank you and bye bye.